What is going on, YouTube? I am doing an early show today because I just learned something pretty interesting. It looks like in order to get the stimulus checks, they are kind of trying to hammer out a deal. It needs to be proven that it could work, but there's a possibility that the United States could actually have its own U.S. coin, digital coin. Now, I'm not saying this has been approved yet, but it is possibly in the works. So would this be good for crypto or would this be bad for crypto? Well, I think it could possibly be a little bit of both. I mean, if you get this new currency, you get this new coin, and it could possibly cause our coins like Ethereum, Bitcoin, and LITECOIN to crash. But even if they do crash, in my experience, I've with all of my coins I've had, I have lived through a few of these crashes now. And one thing is for certain, they may crash, yes, but also you got to remember, every time it crashes, what does it do? It always goes back up. So even if Ethereum went from $140 to $25, I would not sell, because why? Normally, when you don't sell, you don't lose anything. So as long as you don't sell your coins and you wait till it goes back up again, you're fine. But getting back to this U.S. coin, in some ways it could be good, in some ways it could be bad. It depends on how they hammer it out. The only concern that I have for it is I'm hoping that it wouldn't be like, like when Ethereum, Litecoin, or Bitcoin go up, a lot of people take profits or they withdraw their coins and they get out. I'm concerned, unless they can hammer this situation out, I'm concerned, okay, if it's going to be a $1,200 stimulus check and they put it, each one of us are going to get a wallet and they're going to put that in there for that specifically, if this is approved. I'm not saying it's been approved yet, but if this is approved, my concern is, okay, what happens if everybody starts withdrawing their $1,200 checks all at the same time? My only concern about that would be, is it going to cause you to lose a lot of your stimulus check? Would it go down from $1,200 to whatever? Well, I'm hoping that it doesn't. I'm having people say, no, it shouldn't affect it. In order for this to really work well, it would almost have to be its own entity. It cannot be like a part of Bitcoin or Ethereum or anything like that, because if something like that did happen, when there's a mass withdrawal of something, that's what makes your price go down. So that's the only concern I have. But in the same token on that, I think it's wonderful that this could be kind of like a gateway kind of a thing. This could be like, okay, well, if this works out fine, maybe we could start in, plus with this coronavirus thing going on, a lot of people are saying touching dirt, paper money, coins, stuff like that. That could be a way you could contract this virus. Well, my way of thinking is, at some point, who knows, maybe they could decide, well, if this USD coin or if this US coin is a success and it works out fine, they might start thinking, well, maybe we could implement Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, all the major cryptocurrencies. I'm talking the top 10 big 10 cryptocurrencies. If this is a success, maybe the government might start taking it more seriously and maybe just someday may decide to. Now, I know that people are always going to want to have something they can touch, like their paper money and stuff. I'm not saying that that's going to completely go away, but crypto might start being taken more serious. But like I've said in the past, the issues, I think they need to have more regulation. Because at this moment, I look at crypto myself. I'm a huge crypto fan. I hold 2 Ethereum right now. But whenever you have it where it goes from 140 to 115 in one day, that looks like a casino. And to me, that's like a couch casino. Well, I'm going to put $500 down on Litecoin, and hopefully I make a few $100s. Well, you do that, and that causes the price to go down. And until these prices start to stabilize right now, and I understand we're in this crisis right now, but until these prices really start to stabilize and we really have time to consolidate, yeah, Ethereum can run up to $265, but unless you slowly but surely do it over time, you're never going to build that support. You've got to build support. You got to build a strong foundation for it in order for it to hold that price. When you have these parabolic moves up, problem is you're not going to have any support for it to stay there. And when you have a crisis like this, what happened? Well, it went from 200 and I think it was 270 at the highest. It went from 270 to $70. You lost over $200. If you sold out, I think it was 90, I'm sorry. If you sold out, you lost a lot of money. That's why when that happened on, I think it was last Thursday when we had the market crash, I did not sell any of my coin at all. And now look where it is again. We get this good news like this. We're getting this news about these stimulus checks coming out to help the economy. A lot of that stuff boosts the price of crypto and the Wall Street economy, the stock markets. And that is exactly why when we do have crashes, sometimes you'll have flash crashes. All of a sudden, you'll go from 180 to $100 real quick. I've seen it happen within a blink of an eye. It happens that fast. But when stuff like that happens, as quickly as it goes down, people see the price is really low, and then it enables people to think, well, I want to get in at a low price like this, and then everybody wants to get in. And so, therefore, it causes the prices to go up. So my message is, just because we may have massive sell-offs, I don't participate in them. I sell my coin when I need money. I don't sell my coin when some indicator says to sell. Because let me tell you about those indicators. I've looked at them myself. If it says sell at one moment, in another moment it could quickly change to buy. And for me, I would feel pretty stupid if I did that. So, I mean, you know, to each his own. It depends on what you want to do, how you want to do your investing. But with me, the only ways I will sell out is if we need money to pay bills, put gas in the car, or if we need whatever. But I'm not going to let some indicator, I'm not going to let some poster or some article on Google telling me that the price of Ethereum is going to drop to $100. I don't need that stuff. You got to go by your gut instinct. You know, I'm going to be blunt. Some people are meant to invest and some people are not. I mean, if you're one of these people that are easily swayed by the market plummeting, if you need the money, hey, all power to you. But if you're just somebody like me who's got about $100, a couple of $100 into it, if you don't really need to sell it, don't sell it. I mean, because just within a couple of days, let's see, the market crashed, I think it was last Thursday. We've dropped all the way to $91. Now look where we're at. We're at $137. So my message is these coins always rebound, no matter what. And it may take them a little time, but for the most part, these coins always do rebound. So I don't know. It's just to each his own. It's your money. You do whatever you want to do. And, you know, we'll just leave it at that. But just always listen to your gut instinct. If your gut instinct is telling you to sell, then sell. But don't just do it. You know, if everybody's jumping off the cliff, don't follow everybody off the cliff. Just, you know, use your own instinct, use your own sense, use your own head. But anyway, it looks like Litecoin, actually XRP is about the only top 5 crypto that really hasn't moved. It's still holding at about the 15 to 16 cent level the last time I checked. So I'd say your support is about 15 to 16 cents. So XRP, like I've said in the past, is really one of those coins that don't really do a whole lot of moving. So that is a coin you have to be extremely patient with. But with Litecoin, your support level's at about $38 to $39, $40 highest. And Ethereum, I would say on a bad day, support's at about 115, maybe 114. Good day, I'd say about 130 to 137. I know that's a broad range, but you know, these cryptos have just been very, very volatile. And as I've said in, you know, a couple of day videos ago, if you're going to put maybe a couple of hundred in, now's okay. But if you're going to put a lot of money in, I would probably, you know, maybe put a little bit in right now just to have your foot in the door. But I would exercise caution. If you're going to put thousands in, I would probably wait until this coronavirus issue is over with and taken care of. Because until this matter gets taken care of, the stock market, they could decide to not do anything about the stimulus, and that could just make the stock market plummet. And I would really hate to see anybody lose a whole lot of money. So if I were you, if you're going to put a couple of $1,000s, if it was me, I would probably just sit on the sidelines for a few days, maybe a few weeks, and see what happens. because right now it's very volatile, just like with the stock market. The crypto market is extremely volatile right now. So if you really don't have the stomach for it, you're going to have days with Ethereum where it just sits at $136. Like yesterday, that's why I didn't do a video yesterday, because really it went up a few bucks, but it basically sat on $136, and there's really nothing to talk about. So when you have days like that, it's, believe me, it's kind of hard to do videos. I mean, I try to get videos out to you guys every day, but when you have days like yesterday where there's nothing to report on, no news, sometimes it could be pretty tough. But like I said, Ethereum 115, 114 low, say highest about 137 to 138. I think your resistance for Ethereum right now is about 138, 139. Once we hit that 139, it's kind of getting bombarded. You're having it's a strong resistance at 139 right now, and that's what keeps pushing us back down to 135. So until we can push that, I think we hit 140 maybe once last night, but until we can push that 140, 141 resistance level, I think it's going to pretty much stay where it is for a while. But just keep an eye on it, because like I said, any moment, anything can go on. So it's been very, very volatile. With Bitcoin, I would say your levels of support are about 58 to 6,200, maybe 6,500. I think it's gotten as high as 6,700, but that's just because of today. But for the most part, you've got to, I would wait, if you're going to buy Bitcoin, a full Bitcoin, I'd wait to about, I don't know, maybe 6,000, maybe try to get in at 5,700. That'd be a pretty good entry point, because I do believe the cryptos are going to come back. Once this coronavirus is over with, I think the markets are going to really come back in a big way. But if they do introduce this new US coin, it could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. So just keep your eye on it and we'll see what happens. Well, guys, this is Crypto Vision 2.0 signing off. I think it's Thursday. I've been off of work since the 24th. So as you know, I've had a seizure. So all the days kind of run together to me. So anyway, have a good rest of your day. Peace out, guys. And remember to hit that subscribe button.